it is Christmas Eve. So I spent the day tidying up. I'm home and it's about, it's 3:30 and my partner's just leaving work. We're going to head up to the supermarket. We're in a great position, as I am every year, where I do not need anything. But on Christmas Eve, the supermarkets reduce things quite heavily, usually a few hours before the store closes. So we're going to get there and it's so unbelievably packed, we cannot get in. And that happened to my parents this morning. They went to the shops. They were due to come here tomorrow and for a visit, but it's 150 miles, and to my sisters as well, who lives in Leicestershire. And they're just not feeling well enough, and the weather's a bit iffy, and it's a long haul for them. You know, mum's in her 70s now, so they're not coming. So my parents decided they're going to stay home, and my dad went to the shops this morning, and there's no car parking spaces, and when you managed to find something, there was a queue for the baskets and the trolleys. So I think when we get to the supermarket today, we're going to get there, and it is crazy. In terms of bargains, there's usually like a window of time when they do these reductions, and when that window opens, it goes a bit crazy. And it's 3:30. They close at 7, and it either means the window may have already started, it may be about to start, I may have missed it, it may be lunacy. They may actually not even be doing it, because most years they actually shut Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas here in the UK. It's a national holiday. But this year they're open, so they might not even do it at all. So, but regardless, my partner wants to get himself a few beers for the Christmas times. And we don't need anything. So just going to get beers. We're also going to cash out our piggy bank. So we, all throughout the year, mostly my partner, because I don't really get cash out, puts all his change in his piggy bank, like only pennies and things like that. And then Christmas we cash it out and he uses it to buy beer and whatever spirits and things we fancy. So we're going to cash out our money, look for bargs, look for those yellow stickers, and then just start our Christmas Eve. So yeah, here's your back in a moment. I'll show you how our cash out looks and see how crazy the supermarket is. And how much do you think is going to be coming out? I reckon £25.
I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say 30.
Okay, tip it in.
Pay 10%, 10.9% fee. Oh, there you go. So, right.
Alright. Here we go.
There we go. That's all that. So let's see. So, that's not too bad.
Much more than we actually both bought.
Yeah,
so that's our beer money.
Yes.
Beer. And we are home. So the dream is always to get lots of yellow stickers. It was very poor, really. There wasn't a great deal of meat, but they are open Boxing Day. I noticed a lot of stuff goes out of date Boxing Day the 26th. So I may well go back there just to see if I can get some meat on sticker. But as you saw, our coupon from the coin out came to £40. I had a voucher for £1 off cat food and £6 off a £30 spend. So bad end first, my partner's lovely beers, because he works very hard all year long and he puts up with me immensely. So he gets beers. And Mabel squeaks. We got some nice crit crackers. I may have a few of those. We got him some ridiculously, deliciously gooey looking muffins. Wouldn't pay full price for them, but he deserves those as well. He's having burgers tonight for his tea, so I got him some fresh buns because the ones I had were a bit squidgy and a bit crusty. Got him some fake margarine, which not for me. And a chocolatey pudding because it was going spare. And a few of these starts going a little bit better. The juices and stuff will be for cocktails if we have them. Oh, there's a little dent there. If we have them, I may or may not. I'm happy not to have them, but we'll see. For woo-woos and just general things. And my partner will just drink that for breakfast. Got some grapes on Boxing Day, after Christmas Day. We might have a cheesy board, so I've got some grapes to go with it. I don't pay full price for this because I just really like the look of it. There's quite a lot of carbs in it, so just ignore that. Got some mixed carrot and swede. I think this is rutabaga, I think sometimes known as. I'm just going to put this in the bottom with all the gammon and just let it cook, you know, with the slow cook with the gammon and have that. It's going to be nice and squidgy. The only squirty cream they had was a light, which is actually higher in carbs than the regular. So per portion is still a carb, but it's not the end of the world when you're having it with a piece of cake. Got some almond milk. They did not have the Innocent brand, which I prefer. That's a lot thinner, but it's okay for coffee, and if I do make a sort of cocktail with it, it'd be a nice one to have. I've got a little piece of Mexican cheese, which has got chilies in it, which I do really like. It has got a carb content though, due to chilies, but I can't read it on there. I've got some more bacon, so we can have bacon and egg. And I got these guys out now. They are not, I think it's like 4 carbs each one, so I can have a couple and not break the bank. And then I had a coupon off cat food, so I just cashed that out for that. So this should have been 43, I think, because of the beer. We had the £6 off, and then off from the supermarket. We had £1 off for the cat food, and then that coupon we got from the cash now, and they ended up giving us £1.89 back. So we're pretty happy we walked out of actually spending any money from our pockets today, other than what's been sitting in our piggy bank. So that's our little Christmas Eve haul. And now I'm making dinner. I'm gonna do my partner some burgers, but I'm gonna be doing some keto friendly creamy cod broccoli thing. It's not my recipe, it's one I'm kind of tweaking slightly from the Diet Doctor. I'll leave a link below to the recipe. It works out about 8 carbs per portion. They recommend you use fresh broccoli. I forgot to get some, but I have got some from the freezer. I've just defrosted it actually. And what you do is, I've never cooked this before, but I've read the instructions thoroughly. You put in a big pan, you cook your broccoli if it was fresh. You cook that into some olive oil with some green onions or some scallions, whatever you call them. We call them spring onions. Until that's all cooked. Make a little bit of a space in the pan, pop your cod in, and then you make like a sauce with Dijon mustard and cream and capers, a bit of butter, parsley and salt and pepper obviously. The recipe doesn't mention garlic, but you know, freaking hell, I love garlic. I could marry garlic, it's my friend. So I'm going to put some garlic in. And with all recipes, you know, people get a bit freaked out by making them your own. But I just put all sorts in there. This cod is a little out of date, but it's shrink wrapped, and I'm pretty confident it's going to be fine. There's quite a lot of cod here, so I'm going to probably put a piece to one side and bake it for the cats because they really like fish, and see what that looks like. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'll show you it before I pop it in the oven and afterwards as well, and see how that tastes. So I've cooked the broccoli with the capers and everything. I've got my 3 pieces of cod and that sauce that I've made. I'm going to put it in the oven. I've got a cheeky piece for the cats as well because they are spoiled. I think I didn't have quite enough broccoli, and I think maybe some spinach would have been real nice. But let's see how it tastes and what it comes out like. And I'm going to pop it in for fairly low. I think it's a 200, which is gas mark 4. I'm going to pop it in for about 20 minutes and see how it looks. Yeah, and I'm quite looking forward to it though. And this is how it came out. It was really tasty, but a little dry. So I think next time I'm going to put some extra liquid in there, some water or some stock. But yeah, pretty damn nice. I've got some leftovers for tomorrow's lunch. Well, that's us for Christmas Eve. We were planning to go to midnight mass, but we were up like, I don't know, 6:15 this morning. And, you know, we're just absolutely wiped. So we are going to settle in. We're in our pyjamas and go an early night. And wait for Santa to come, and looking forward to tomorrow. Loads of cooking and gift giving and playing with the cats because they've got loads of prezzies. So I hope wherever you are, whatever you do, if it's a normal day or otherwise, have a fabulous evening, and stay safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.